Welcome again friends in the online lecture series on thermodynamics. In the last lecture we have discussed reversible process, and in this lecture we are going to discuss irreversible process. Processes that are not reversible are called irreversible processes. We know a process is said to be reversible when system follow the same path and there should be net effect 0 on system and surrounding when process is reversed. So if any one condition is not satisfied, then process is not a reversible process. It means process is a irreversible process. Let's understand with the help of example. Consider an inclined plane on which a block is placed, which we can refer as state 1. If this block is sliding slowly in quasi-static manner on this inclined plane and reach to the bottom of the plane, which we are referring as state 2, then we can say process 1 to 2 is occurred, in which system has done W work on the surrounding. If we reverse the process, surrounding do W work on the system, then block reach to its initial state by following the same path as process 1 to 2. So this process is also occur in the same manner quasi-static process, very slowly. So in this example, system follow the same path, and in this process surrounding has to do W work on the system. So in this example, system follow the same path when the process is reversed, and it can also be seen that the net effect on the system and surrounding is 0. Then this can be an example of reversible process. However, when block is slide over the inclined plane, there is friction between the surfaces, and in the both processes heat is generated. It means this is not an example of reversible process, because heat is continuously supplying to the environment or surrounding. None of the process in the universe is reversible process, and most of the process are irreversible in the presence of friction. So we have also seen in the previous example, the process is not a reversible because of friction. Let's again take the example of piston cylinder in which W weight is placed on the piston. We have divided this W weight into n number of equal parts. So if we remove this weight one by one, we will get path of the process. And if we put again weight one by one, we will reach to our initial state and the system follow the same path. However, the reciprocating motion of the piston over cylinder generate heat due to friction, which make this process also a irreversible process. If this piston cylinder is frictionless, then this process will be reversible process, but in the presence of friction, this process is a irreversible process. So we can say all the quasi-static process cannot be a reversible process. Only frictionless quasi-static process can be reversible process. However, all the reversible process are quasi-static process, because for a process to be reversible, system must follow the same path, and path is only defined when the process is quasi-static. So all the reversible process are quasi-static process, but all the quasi-static process cannot be reversible process. Only frictionless quasi-static process can be reversible process. Reversible process can never be achieved. So it is an ideal process which cannot be achieved in the practical. However, still we use the reversible process to approximate the actual device, because the work producing device such as engine, turbine deliver most work in the reversible process in the absence of friction, and work consuming device such as compressor, fan, pump consume least work when the process is reversible process. So this point we have already discussed. None of the process in the universe is a reversible process. However, phase change process can be considered as a reversible process. So all the process in the universe are irreversible, but there are some process which are highly irreversible, which are throttling, unrestrained expansion, which is also known as free expansion, mixing of two fluids, and heat transfer across a finite temperature difference. So throttling and the free expansion are two important processes, and we will discuss these processes in detail in the upcoming lectures. So this is all for this lecture. Thank you.